Ms. Gi was in the temple where she spoke to Fang. "I'm sorry," she said. "Because of us, you had to endure such a dangerous fight yesterday." Tears welled up in Ms. Gi's eyes, but she quickly wiped them away. "I was praying to my master," she continued, "that you have arrived as a new hope for our sect." Fang replied, "What are you talking about? I came here to tell you the story of my catfish." In the next scene, we see that Fang has finished telling Miss Gi the story. He then asked, "Master, why did you join the Lingxiao Pavilion sect?" Avoiding the question, Miss Gi held up a poster. "This is you, isn't it? Are you really a scoundrel?" "It's all a misunderstanding," Fang pleaded. "Please believe me." Miss Gi nodded. "I do believe you. In the time we spent together, I never felt you had a cheap or vulgar way of thinking. In fact, you seemed very familiar. Your methods, that catfish of yours, everything reminds me of my master Fang. I need to know the truth. Are you his disciple, a friend? Or are you my master himself?" Ms. Gi's question troubled Fang. He couldn't reveal his true identity, not until he had found the traitor in their sect. So he grabbed Ms. Gi and declared, "Master, I'm the worst kind of scoundrel. A cheap, worthless, good-for-nothing hassle." Just then, Chang and Yui, who had been eavesdropping, burst into the room. They immediately branded Fang a criminal and seized him. Ms. Yui instructed Chang to take Fang to his room. Once they were gone, Ms. Yui asked Ms. Gi, "Do you think Fang knows something about Master Fang?" "I thought so too at first," Ms. Gi replied, "but our master would never associate with a scoundrel. Besides, our primary priority right now is the D-Class assessment competition." 10 days later, we find the group riding on pig-like mounts. Chang, unable to control his, crashes directly into a tree. Ms. Gi explains that their budget didn't allow for horses, so they had to settle for pigs. The group continues on their way to a small island where the competition is being held, led by their examiner. Suddenly, they hear a noise and look back to see the demi-human girl still chasing Fang. Shortly after, they arrive at their destination. In the next scene, they are in the examination hall filled with people from various sects. Many of them start mocking the Lingxiao Pavilion sect upon seeing the four of them. This angered Chang, but Ms. Gi told him to stay calm. They then notice a pet in front of them, an azure wing cat phone. Just then, Ms. Gi spots Examiner Li, an old acquaintance. She asks him why so many people have come to the competition this year. He explains that after the Lingxiao Pavilion sect weakened, other sects grew powerful by seizing their resources. As a result, 8 sects were participating this year. The crowd continued to jeer. "This sect is so weak, a child could beat them." Mr. Li announced 8 sects have come to compete this year, but the seats for the competition are limited. Only the teams that remain at the end will proceed to the island. An older man chimed in, "The Lingxiao Pavilion sect should just leave. Their defeat is inevitable anyway." When everyone laughed, Ms. Gi shouted, "All of you, be quiet." A man started walking towards her. "Perhaps I'll have to explain things to you another way." But Feng stepped in front of Ms. Gi and the man froze. Feng asked, "Master, how many of the sects here have stolen from us?" She replied, "The Quansha, Hongfu, Yifeng, and Sangnan sects." Hearing this, Feng announced, "All 4 of you sects step forward now." The members of the 4 sects scoffed, "Lingxiao Pavilion is getting a little too arrogant. It seems we'll have to put them in their place." Feng then pointed at one of them. "Fugi, when your Hongfu sect was in trouble, it was Master Feng who helped you. Instead of repaying his kindness, you looted his sect." Fugi sneered, "Who helped whom is irrelevant. What matters is who seizes the opportunity." In response, Feng immediately summoned his dog. Fugi laughed, "You think that pathetic, ugly dog can defeat me?" He ordered his own pet to attack. But in the next moment, Feng's cactus-like pet, Mr. Cactus, entangled Fugi's man and their pets in his dreadlocks. Immediately after, Feng's dog unleashed a urine attack on Fugi. Fugi frantically called for his allies, but Ms. Gi, Ms. Yui, and Chang had already defeated them. Feng grabbed Fugi's collar. "I'm putting all 4 sects on notice. Everything you stole from us, you will now return threefold." Seeing the strength of the Lingxiao Pavilion sect, all 4 sects reluctantly agreed to Feng's terms. Meanwhile, Fugi was in agony from the urine attack, which contained poison. Mr. Doggy then administered an antidote. Mr. Li, who was watching, was astonished by the group's abilities. Now only 3 sects were remaining in the pre-competition: the Lingxiao Pavilion sect, the Baimu sect, and the Wangu sect. Just then, Chang noticed someone. "Hey, that's Mu Chen. He joined the Baimu sect." Feng asked, "Didn't you used to work alone?" "For someone as talented as myself, joining a sect isn't surprising. By the way, how are your pets evolving so quickly?" "You have a sharp eye," Feng said. How about we team up? Less effort, more profit. The leader of the Wangu sect added, if we all team up, the work will be done much faster. But Mu Chen dismissed him. Your Wangu sect is pathetic. Go home and swat flies. The leader became enraged, but the leader of the Baimu sect, an old woman, told Mu Chen to be quiet. Feng observed her, thinking to himself, she may not look like much, but she must be powerful to be competing at this age. Next, we see them preparing to fly to the island on the azure wing cat phones. One of the cat-like mounts flew directly in front of Yui, who was terrified. Ms. Gi couldn't help but smile. When Ms. Gi tried to climb onto her mount, Feng took her hand and helped her up. The cat phones then took off, carrying them all towards the island. Upon landing, they were greeted by two people, a woman named Lo and a man named Wang. When Miss Lo saw the Lingxiao Pavilion sect, she rushed to Ms. Gi. I'm a huge fan of your sect. It's amazing, but your master... We've come to fulfill our master's last wish, Ms. Gi said. I'm sure you will. Lo replied. This friendly exchange annoyed the leader of the Wangu sect. Miss Lo then placed bracelets on everyone's wrists. These were key devices for the competition, new pet species developed by the league. The bracelets on their heads would collect real-time data on each candidate for the examiners to monitor. The competition had 3 rules. First, the bracelet must be worn at all times. Second, falling into the water means elimination. Third, a candidate can surrender at any time. Mr. Li arrived announcing the competition was starting soon. Ms. Lo assigned the Lingxiao Pavilion sect to stay with her, the Wangu sect with Mr. Li, and the Baimu sect with Mr. Wang. As they parted, Ms. Lo said, I sincerely hope the Lingxiao Pavilion sect makes its comeback. We definitely will, Ms. Gi promised. We cut to the command center, where the league competition's commander is overseeing the event. A man reports that Mr. Bai has arrived. It's Bai Liansu and his elder brother Bai Tiansu, who is the supervisor of the competition. A woman remarks, I heard the Lingxiao Pavilion sect is competing this year. After falling so far behind, they're starting from scratch. Ms. Lo interjected, I also heard the Bai family had a hand in Master Feng's death. Tiansu quickly denied it. That's a false rumor. Our Bai family would never do such a thing. Lo immediately apologized. Tiansu continued, our Bai family is also Class B, just like the Lingxiao Pavilion sect. I competed against Master Feng once. Despite being the same age, he was far more powerful. I respected him deeply. Tiansu then stepped forward to announce the competition. The candidates are on an island, while the command staff is on a ship. As Tiansu starts the competition, the island's landscape begins to transform and the examiners connect with the candidates. A pet called Bullet Screen spits out hundreds of balls which scatter across the island. It is announced that 500 balls have been released and the candidates must collect them. Once 300 are gathered, the second phase will begin. The 4 of them immediately start searching. Cheng spots a ball. They retrieve it with the ball being absorbed into Ms. Gi's bracelet. When Cheng goes for another, a strange shrew-like pet snatches it away. They notice that other sects are collecting the balls very quickly. Feng explains that once 300 are gathered, the second phase begins and devises a plan for the 4 of them to each collect 5 balls. Meanwhile, back in the command center, Lian Su sees that one candidate has already collected 18 balls. Commander Ji identifies them as the Wangu sect. We see the Wangu members have put their bracelets on their pets, letting them collect the balls. But a moment later, a figure ambushes them and seizes their pets. The figure transforms one of his hands into a monstrous appendage. This is Shang Liao from the parasitic bacon sect. He swiftly defeats the 3 Wangu members. Lian Su is stunned. Tiansu explains, someone must have attacked them. An announcement is made. The Tiansu sect is out of the competition. It turns out those 3 weren't from the Wangu sect after all. Back with Feng, Mr. Cactus finds a ball for him, but another team from the Hongluan sect arrives. The man named Shu Dashuai, whom Feng had met before, is a member. Suddenly, Feng's dog runs up to one of the girls. This is Feng's dog, she says. Feng is surprised, wondering if they know each other. Elsewhere, as Ms. Gi is collecting balls, 2 men approach her to steal them. Hey girl, what's your name and what sect are you from? One asks. Just then another man appears. Her name is Gi Liang and she's from the Lingxiao Pavilion sect. It was Duanyi. Ms. Gi is happy to see him, but notices he has joined another sect. One of the thugs summons his pet. This girl is our prey. Get lost. Ignoring them, Duanyi continues talking to Ms. Gi. Enraged, the men order their pet to attack, but in the next instant, their pet shatters like stone. Duanyi's Hemi had done it, leaving the men terrified. Your pet Hemi is still alive, Ms. Gi says happily, but as she gets closer, she's horrified by its appearance. The thug boosts his pet's power, but Duanyi's Hemi easily destroys one of them. With a simple hand gesture, Duanyi has Hemi completely finish off the other pet in a terrifying display. Then he turns Hemi on the 2 men.
Luckily, they surrendered just in time to save their lives. But then Ms. Gi watches in horror as Hemi begins eating the bones of the dead pets. What happened to Hemi, she asked. Duanyi explains he joined the powerful sect that was able to save Hemi's life. Giliang, why haven't you joined the Rakshas sect? It's much more powerful.
You should come back to our sect, Miss Gi pleaded. You'll see, we'll be at the top again soon. In just 1 month, all our pets have reached the soul-building stage. Stupid woman, Duan scoffed. Don't you get it? Your pavilion sect will never reach the top again. As he turns to leave, Miss Gi calls out, Wait, Duan, our sect needs you. I am not your companion anymore, he replied coldly. From today on, our connection is severed. And one more thing, if that Fang from your sect ever crosses my path, I will show him no mercy. Miss Gi is left speechless and heartbroken. On another part of the island, Chang and his pony-like pet spot their 4th ball. His pet is at level 6 of the soul-building stage, but it's clumsy and disobedient. As Chang is lost in thought, his pony manages to reach the ball. Thinking no one is around, he secures it, but a voice says, I saw that first. Give it to me. The speaker is a child, but he introduces himself as Long Ni Tian, the master of the world-shaking super-invincible temple. Chang laughs. Such a little kid with such a big title. Sorry, little brother. The ball went into my bracelet by mistake. This infuriates Ni Tian. He unleashes his power and summons his pet. A massive surge of energy radiates out, catching everyone's attention. Brother, what is that? Liansu asks. Tiansu can only say, that is, as a dragon emerges from the sky. Even Fang recognizes it. Oh no, it's an emperor-grade Azor-scale dragon, its level and stage unknown. The commander receives the news. A child has summoned an emperor. An official remarks, isn't that the boy with the ridiculously long sect name? More importantly, how can a child summon an emperor? Tiansu explains the concept of a spiritual pet and company, where a highly capable child and their pet can grow together from a young age. If I'd known about that, I'd have an emperor pet too, Liansu sighs. I said capable people, her brother retorts, annoying her. Tiansu clarifies that the conditions are extremely strict. The child must have undergone something extraordinary. Back on the island, Chang is stunned by the emperor-level pet. Are you jealous of me? Ni Tian taunts. We see a flashback of Chang's father trying and failing to initiate a spiritual pet and company with him, as Chang lacked the ability. Tired of the ridicule, his father eventually left. The painful memories flood back, and Chang, crying, shouts, There's nothing special about your spiritual pet and company. Ni Tian orders his dragon to attack. The attack is immense. Liansu worries, if that child has an emperor, no one can win. But our brother explains that in such a bond, the pet's power is limited by its master's growth. If the master's cultivation is low, he can't fully control the pet's power. And indeed, the dragon misses, crashing into a nearby rock. Stupid dragon, you're useless, Ni Tian yells. The dragon roars back at him in anger. Are you saying I can't control your power properly? Ni Tian retorts. As they argue, Chang seizes the opportunity. He uses a new skill, throwing a stone that his pony shatters into sharp thorns. The dragon easily destroys them, but its blast agitates the island turtle they are on. Chang and his pony then attack Ni Tian from behind. However, Ni Tian establishes a connection with his pet, drawing some of its power into himself. The resulting pressure wave throws both Chang and his pony back. His pony's thorn attack has no effect. Ni Tian punches Chang, sending him flying. The two of them fight Ni Tian together but are still overpowered. But Chang doesn't give up, sensing that the borrowed power will soon run out. But as his pony attacks again, Ni Tian draws even more strength from the dragon and lands a devastating punch, badly injuring it. He's about to deliver a fatal blow to Chang when a voice cries, Stop! Ni Tian's father has arrived. Why did you stop me? Ni Tian complained. I was about to crush him. His father tells Ni Tian he wasted the emperor's power on a trivial matter. But he was bothering me, Papa, he whines. His father turns to Chang. Child, you know we are far more powerful. Beg for mercy, and we will spare you. I'd rather you kill me than beg, Chang replies defiantly. Well, he's not listening, his father says to Ni Tian. I suppose we should go. As he reaches for Ni Tian, Chang is reminded of his own childhood. But instead of scolding, Ni Tian's father places a hand on his son's head. You are truly capable, my son. Seeing this affection makes Chang feel a pang of sadness for what he never had. His pony nudges him, cheering him up. Chang stands and declares, Ni Tian, I, Chang Shi, will defeat you one day. Nitian coolly replies, I'll remember your name and your challenge. You can come find me whenever you're ready. In the next scene, UAE and her panda pet are collecting balls. The panda, being a bit of a Sigma male, works independently, forcing UAE to coax him. We've been here a while, maybe we should check the other side. But by the time she looks back, the panda is already gone. The panda confronts 3 girls and angrily demands their collected balls. UAE, hiding nearby, thinks the girls look strong and that a fight will be difficult. But the panda lets out a menacing roar, and one of the girls says, we have to fight him. They summon their pets, strike an explosive pose, and unleash their combined ultimate attack. The panda easily beats them all. Terrified, the girls exclaim, this panda is so dangerous. UAE emerges. Quickly, give me all your balls. One of the girls starts crying. We can't. We need them to save May's life, or she'll be killed. They explain to UAE that they are idols, and their manager forced them into the competition to boost her popularity. But as soon as they arrived, they were attacked. Their 4th member, May, was captured by a man who will only release her in exchange for 5 balls. If they fail, he'll kill her. UAE decides to help. We then see the girls meeting the man Gu, whose pet is holding May captive. Did you bring what I asked for? He sneers, seeing they only have 3 balls. He begins to torture May. One of the girls says, look, I know you want to win. We have a way. As she pretends to get something, Gu is distracted. Panda seizes the moment, grabbing Gu's pet and freeing May. The pet turns to attack, but Panda finishes it with a single explosive punch. The girls are overjoyed, but Gu is stunned. He then starts laughing, revealing a parasite worm on May's neck. Anyone makes a move, and I'll kill her, he threatens. May cries out in pain. Gu gives them a choice. Watch her die or become his slaves by accepting a worm themselves. Decide quickly. She doesn't have much time. UAE is paralyzed, haunted by terrible memories from her past. As Gu tries to place a worm on her neck, she grabs his hand. A strange power awakens within her, and in the next moment, she brutally defeats him. Panda removes the worm from May's neck. The girls rush to their friend, then thank UAE. But the power surge was too much, and UAE faints. When UAE regains consciousness, the girls are relieved. Where did that man go? She asks. He's been unconscious ever since you beat him, they tell her. UAE can't believe she was the one who defeated him, as she has gaps in her memory. As she prepares to leave, the girls ask her for their sect name. Lingxiao Pavilion Sect, she says. They give her all their balls. We're leaving the competition now. After it's over, we want to join your sect. Back on the ship, an official updates the commander. Liansu asks about the Lingxiao Pavilion sect's performance. The official reports their score is 16, putting them in 7th place. By the way, she adds, we investigated the location where the Tianyu sect's data stopped. We found them all dead. The commander orders an immediate investigation into the killer. Meanwhile, Fang is being followed by the girl from the Hung Luan sect. Why aren't you with your team? Why are you following me? He asks. Who's following you? I just want to spend time with Mr. Doggy. Then Fang asks, Jenny, in your opinion, what kind of man am I?
Jenny steps closer. In my eyes, you're a very clever scoundrel. Fang backs away. I had a head injury a while ago, so I can't remember things clearly. You were hurt? How? She asks, moving closer. Fang grabs her shoulders. Look, just tell me about me. This makes Jenny blush beet red, and she instinctively punches him, leaving a red mark on his face. Sorry, Jenny says, but you shouldn't have grabbed me like that. Suddenly, she spots a dangerous pet behind Fang. It's Mu Chen's firefox. Mu Chen appears. It seems he's taken a liking to you. He doesn't even listen to me anymore. His teammates, the old woman and 2 others, arrive. Are these your enemies? The leader asks. No, they're friends, Mu Chen says. Fang asks, you're working well with them, but why? Don't ask, Mu Chen replies. As they talk, they hear a noise. From behind a rock, a person with a dangerously powerful aura emerges, frightening even Mu Chen. It is Ni Xing of the Bacon sect, another branch of the East sect. It seems a fight between the 2 old leaders is imminent. Mu Chen tries to de-escalate. Master Ni, the rules forbid us from just snatching balls. There's no point in fighting. You're right, Ni Xing agrees. Thank you for understanding. We'll be going now. But as they turn to leave, an announcement declares the start of the 2nd stage. The rules have changed. Hold your bracelet to another's for 30 seconds and their balls become yours. Hearing this, Ni Xing reveals his true parasitic form, coiling dreaded spine, and leaps into the valley. Fang prepares to summon his pets, but Mu Chen grabs him and Jenny and flees. He's too powerful, Mu Chen explains. Even all of us together couldn't beat him. The others don't understand why they ran. Ni Xing leaps up from the valley. The 2 remaining members of Mu Chen's team surrender,
but Nishing injures the old woman before she can. You dare face me without summoning your pets? Do you think I'm weak? The old woman reveals, we don't have any pets. After getting to a safe distance, Mu Chen explains that his 3 teammates had no pets. He had offered them money to form a sect with him just to enter the competition. Their only hope now is to surrender. On the command ship, Lian Su questions the rule change. Why are you making them fight each other? The commander explains that the competition is designed to find the most powerful sect. One by one, teams give up. Mu Chen is now the sole remaining member of his sect, but he refuses to quit. Back on the island, after killing the old woman, Nishing says, you people are useless, and useless things don't need to exist. He presumably kills the other 2 as well. So his name is Mu Chen. I'll remember that. Elsewhere, Yue and Cheng are on a hill when Feng arrives with Mu Chen and Jenny. What's this scoundrel doing here? Cheng demands. You should be grateful I'm with you, Mu Chen retorts. Yue sees Jenny. Who is this? She's Miss Jenny from the Hongwan sect, Feng explains. Jenny grabs Feng's arm. I'm his girlfriend. Everyone is stunned. You're a real dark horse, Cheng and Yue say to Feng, who is trying in vain to explain. Meanwhile, Jenny is blushing. Stop talking nonsense. She's not my girlfriend, Feng insists. An announcement lists the remaining 15 sects. First is the Bacon Branch sect of the East sect. Second is the Rikshaka sect. Miss Gui arrives and tells him that she met Duan Yi, and Hemi is still alive. That's great news, Feng says. But why do you look so sad? Miss Gui explains that Hemi was different, like a zombie. The word zombie reminds Feng of his whale pet. Shaking it off, he focuses on their rank. We have to focus, Miss Gui says. The rules for the second phase are different. We need a good strategy. Feng agrees. There are only 200 balls left. Splitting up is too dangerous. So we should steal others' balls, Mu Chen suggests. Cheng objects. We can't trust this guy. Besides, it's not right to attack others so viciously. The memory of Gu and Mei flashes in Yue's mind. So what should we do, Mu Chen asks. We need to find a way to take their balls without harming them, Feng says, an idea forming. In the next scene, 2 members of another sect find what they think are 3 balls. They send their wolf pet to collect them, but when they try to absorb them, they realize they're just painted stones. Feng's team ambushes them, Cheng's pony injures the wolf with its thorns, and Mr. Doggy's urine attack finishes the job. Mr. Cactus restrains the second man before he can summon his pet. They subdue both men, and Feng uses Mr. Doggy to perform another urine attack, knocking them out. They collect 9 balls, boosting their rank. Give me my share, Mu Chen demands. But just then, Gu's companions appear and capture Jenny with their pet. Give us your balls or she dies, their leader says. But I'm not with them, she protests. Don't lie, I saw you together, he sneers. Miss Gui offers, let Miss Jenny go. We'll give you 2 of our bracelets. The bracelets contain 9 balls. We have a deal, the man says. Feng hands over the bracelets. He smirks. Once we're a safe distance away, the girl will be freed. Let her go now, Feng insists. Watch your tone. Her life is in my hands. Jenny speaks up. You gave up your balls to save me, thank you. Don't worry, let me go with them. She winks at Feng. All right, Feng says. Go a short distance and then release her. But if you try anything, I will destroy your sect after this competition. The man leads Jenny away. You're just going to let them take your girlfriend? Cheng asks. Feng feels he has no choice. But as Jenny walks away, she's smiling. Suddenly, an announcement. All members of the Hongwan sect have been eliminated. Enraged, Feng's group realizes they've been cheated. Feng storms after them. But another announcement declares that all members of the Bangfu sect have been eliminated. Feng runs ahead and finds Jenny perfectly safe. He's confused. Jenny explains what happened. As she walked away with her captor, she said, Thank you. Because of you, I know how much he cares for me. The man unnerved told her to back off. Why are you scared? She teased. I'm your captive, not the other way around. She summoned her pet Foxy, whose charm mesmerized the man. Freed, Jenny surrendered, eliminating her sect. She then convinced the man to surrender as well, which also eliminated his sect for attacking a player who had already given up. So that's what you did, Feng said, relieved. I was worried for nothing. You cared for me, so you get a reward, Jenny said, handing him the man's bracelet. Cat phones arrive to escort the eliminated players away. Jenny says her goodbyes. Yue invites her to visit, and Jenny promises she will. By the way, how was my performance? She asks Feng. Jenny, thank you so much, he stammers. Before I go, I want to give you a kiss, she teases. No, I'm fine. As she flies away on a cat phone, she yells, Remember, I'm going to marry you. Everyone stares at a flustered Feng. They discover they now have 26 balls, which will put their Pavilion sect in first place. But Mu Chen demands his share. What share? Cheng argues. Our future sister-in-law gave us this bracelet.
After some bickering, Fang gives Mu Chen a bracelet. On the command ship, Lan Su notes the Lingxiao Pavilion sect's rapid rise to second place. Tansu is pleased. For the Pavilion sect to reach the top 2 without any losses is incredible. Lan Su asks which member has the highest score. Tansu checks and says, I don't know anyone in their sect besides Master Fang. This must be a new member. I hear he's very promising. A promising boy? Lan Su thinks. Brother, we should visit the Pavilion sect after this. Tansu looks at her surprised. Huh, absolutely. An announcement declares the end of the second phase. Only 10 sects remain. First is the Bacon Branch sect of the East sect, with 54 balls. Second is the Lingxiao Pavilion sect, with 45 balls. Third is the Rakshaka sect, with 43. Hearing this, Duanyi grits his teeth. We're behind them? I can't lose to them. We also see that Ni Tian's team is in 8th place. Fang's team celebrates their success. With the second phase over, the option to surrender is removed. The final phase begins. The entire island starts to sink into the ocean. The commander reminds Tansu of the rule, fall into the water and you're eliminated. The island is sinking to bring the water closer to the candidates. Everyone must race to the highest point for the final battle. The remaining contestants summon their pets and run for the summit. Suddenly, Hemi appears, followed by Duanyi and the entire Rakshaka sect. What did you do to Hemi? Fang demands. I don't think you're worthy of an answer, Duanyi sneers. And let me be clear. That girl and this scoundrel are mine to defeat. No one else touches them. Yue yells, Did we not feed you enough? Is that why you went down a dark path? Just then, a member of the Rakshaka sect uses his pet, a giant octopus, to pull Fang toward the water. Fang manages to toss his bracelet to Mu Chen before he's dragged under. As he's pulled into the depths, his eyes lock on the octopus. A thought strikes him. It seems that Nian can finally reach the highest level of the soul building stage. What will happen now? Will Fang be forced to fight the friend who was once his closest ally? We'll find out in the next part.